So AMC stock has made the threshold list on the New York Stock Exchange, and it drives a lot of people to beg the question, are naked short shares rising? Are the hedge funds naked shorting AMC right now? Because look, all of the apes are buying and holding the stock, so why are we seeing such high volume? They must be naked shorting, right? And now this threshold list is just the proof. It's the proof that shows that hedge funds are out there shorting the stock without first borrowing the stock. Guys, it might not necessarily be the case. It could be an indicator, yes. But let's talk a little bit about what this list is, how you make the list, and then we can draw a couple conclusions as to what this possibly means for AMC stock in the future of the short squeeze. Now, of course, if this sounds like something you're interested in, let's get started. What's up, everybody? I'm Clay. I'm here to make 2021 the best year ever. If you haven't clicked that subscribe button yet, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Join us. Become a bro. We are here every single day, and man, are we growing our portfolios together. All right, the NYSE Threshold list. How do you make the list? There's a couple ways, okay? And it's all derived from failed to delivers. So first, before we even get into how you make the list, you need to understand what a failed to deliver is. Now, in a normal transaction, when you buy and sell a stock, let's say I'm buying a stock and the hedge fund is selling the stock. Two things are happening here. I'm buying and I'm giving them money, and they have the shares, or they're borrowing the shares, and they're giving me those shares, right? It's a very simple, we understand transactions, but immediately when I buy that stock, it shows up in my brokerage account. I have it. Now, they have 2 days. The broker, the guy that's facilitating the transaction, has 2 days to deliver my money to them and deliver their shares to me. So a failed to deliver occurs when either 1, they don't deliver my money for some reason or another, or 2, they don't deliver those shares to me. Now, the thing is, I still have that stock in my portfolio. It still shows up that I own that share of AMC. However, behind the scenes, they get hit with a fail to deliver because they've never delivered that share to me. So once they get hit with that fail to deliver, it becomes almost like an IOU, right? They owe me that share, and they have that fail to deliver, or that FTD, on their account. It's marked with the broker, and then it gets sent to the NSCC, and then moved on forward to the SEC. So they do know about it. Now, typically, failed to delivers have a T+4 settlement date. What does that mean? The transaction takes place, and then T+2. They have 2 days to transfer my money to the seller and the seller's shares to me. If a fail to deliver occurs, they have T+4, and it needs to happen on the morning of the 4th day, before the open, not at the close of the day, at the morning. So they have until T+4 to rectify that situation and deliver me those shares, or if something happened on my end and I didn't deliver the money to them, they have until the T+4 to deliver my money to the seller. Simple as that, right? But now that we know how a fail to deliver comes into place, let's talk a little bit more about this show list, or this threshold list, and why AMC is on it. So in order to make that list, a security needs to have one of two things happen. The failed to delivers either need to equal over 10,000 for 5 consecutive days, or it needs to equal at least 0.5% of the shares outstanding for 5 days, 5 consecutive days. Now we know that AMC has 500 million, roughly 500 million, right? It's 501,780,240 shares outstanding. So that would mean that AMC would need to have at least 2.5 million failed to delivers per day for 5 consecutive days. So that's what we've seen. Now, in the context of everything, is that really outrageous? Okay, there's been several periods. If you go back and look at the failed to delivers that are reported by the SEC, there have been several 3- and 4-day periods where we had over 2.5 million, or roughly the same amount, the 0.5% of the shares outstanding, that were failed to delivers at that time. And then just because the 5th day came in and the failed to delivers weren't over that 2.5 million share threshold, it didn't make the list. So that's something to consider. The 5 consecutive days will make a difference because you can go back and look at the history and see that it has happened 3 days in a row, 4 days in a row, but then that 5th day comes in and that's the day that cuts it off from making that list. Now, keep that context in mind. Also, if you go on the New York Stock Exchange's website and you look at the threshold list, you can go back day by day and see all of the stocks that made the list. Typically, it's a very small list. 1 stock, 2 stocks, maybe 4 stocks make the list. Now, yes, that does indicate that AMC is currently in a very small list of stocks. But also, if you look at the date on the 28th, when AMC made that list, it is a much bigger list than normal. So this could lead to one of 2 things. Something was happening over the last week on a lot of securities. Either the volume was really driven up and that could be the reason. So that leads us to the last discussion here. What kind of a conclusion can we make? We know how a failed to deliver occurs. We know that you need to have the 0.5% of shares outstanding for 5 consecutive days to make that list. Yes, we've got that now. So what can we draw from it? One of 2 things, right? These failed to delivers could be because of an increase in naked shorting. It's absolutely true. I can't deny it. Naked shorts can absolutely result in a failed to deliver. So that is one possibility. What's another possibility? Failed to delivers can also occur from a variety of clerical errors, human errors, just some sort of a technical error because of the broker, or anything for that matter that would result in my money not going to the seller or the seller's shares not hitting my account in that amount of time. So on this hand, we've got naked shorts, right? Naked shorts could absolutely be driving that stock price up. I tend to believe on this hand, right, that it would be more of an error, not more of a negligent error or something that couldn't be controlled, and it's not necessarily dark and mysterious and manipulative and some sort of conspiracy that we have to run with. So that's because I tend to think a little bit more conservatively, right? I would rather base my investment on something and then find out later that it's absolutely loaded to go even higher. However, this one, it's still a possibility. It is still real. It is something you need to consider and keep in mind. But, you know, there's no determining at this point in time which one it is, why it's on this list right now, and why these failed to delivers occurred. So keep all of that in mind moving forward. Base your decisions, base your investments on what you know, not what you hope for, or what you speculate or anything like that. Base your trading decisions on what you know, and then as everything comes out, it's either going to be icing on the cake or you might need to pull the throttle back a little bit, and that's okay as well. So guys, hopefully this clears a little bit about this threshold limit or this threshold list up. If you still have any questions, make sure to let me know down in the comments below. But guys, most importantly, I see a lot of people getting nervous or getting down about the fact that we've been trading sideways for 3 weeks now. Please, if you're an OG ape, if you've been in this thing since day one, let us know down in the comments below that you've got those diamond hands and all of these newer investors have absolutely nothing to worry about because we've seen this before, we'll see it again, and AMC is absolutely going to the moon because the shorts have not been covered and we are still holding the stock and not selling them back to the hedge funds. So guys, blow the comments up down below. Make sure to click the subscribe button if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel. Join us. Become a bro. We are here every single day and we are growing our portfolios together. There's links for Webull. There's links for everything down in the description below. Make sure to check all of that stuff out. And yeah, I'm pretty sure that sums it up, guys. So until the next time, I hope that each and every one of you have an awesome day.